I think the term Guamanian is very welcoming. Guam has always been my home. I was born and raised here. I'm proud to say I'm Guamanian. I say it all the time. People ask me, "Oh, what are you?" I'm Guamanian. "Oh, what's your ethnicity?" "Oh, ethnicity. I'm Korean, but I'm from Guam. I'm Guamanian, and I'm very proud to use that term. When I was younger, my dad had a construction company, and he was part of the Onward construction when they built Onward Hotel and Chamorro Village. He was part of the construction companies that built that, and life was pretty good. I was going to a private school at the time. I went to Harvest, and we just bought a house in Tamuning. You don't really think about it then, but it was one of those real quick tracks into better living, middle upper class America type experience that I went through when I was younger. My mom and dad eventually got divorced. They got divorced, and I was living with my mom, and it was one of those life-changing moments. It was definitely a struggle watching my mom trying to make a living for us. She was working 2 jobs, 3 jobs sometimes, and we couldn't afford the house anymore. So the house had to get foreclosed. I remember vividly as a child, sleeping in a warehouse at a store that my mom worked at. I remember sleeping in our vehicle, going from relative to relative, trying to find a place to stay. Later on in high school, life didn't get too much better. I was 18 years old, and I joined the Marine Corps because it was one of those debates that I had internally with me. Is my mom could only afford to send one of us to college, either my sister or myself, and my sister, she's definitely smarter than me, so she was the one that I wanted to go to school. I came back on island in 2009, and then I saw all these vote signs go up, and then the Calvo Tenorio launch came out. I was like, Calvo Tenorio, the vote came together, and I was like, that's very impressive. I love the marketing for that. I remember the very first time I walked into the campaign headquarters in Mighty, I met John Moffness, and I went there and I asked him, like, can I get a sign? Can I get a sticker? A couple of weeks later, I was at a fundraiser and I met Phil Leon Guerrero, and I told him, hey, I'm interested. Can you, if you guys need help. And then after that, Troy gave me a call out of nowhere and said, hey, I heard you were interested in volunteering. Can you come in for an interview? And I volunteered there, and then I became an intern at the Lieutenant Governor's office, the then Senator, and then he hired me to help me because he knew that I came back and there was no income. I was, trying to go to school, trying to send my wife to school, and trying to send my daughter to school, and it was difficult to handle all of that. It was definitely a great moment in my life. I don't think race, gender, religion, sexual orientation has any bearing to the governor, lieutenant governor. I mean, the lieutenant governor chose, me as chief of staff. I'm Korean. I have no political value. I was off island for, over 5 years. Our office, we're the alphabet soup of ethnicities in here. Even age. A lot of the people in our office, there's a lot of young people in our office that are doing very high level stuff. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have great people like Mrs. Muffness in the communications office that's handling office operations. I think we have a great gamut of individuals on our island. I think the biggest reason why I joined the team was because I believed in the works that then Senator Eddie Calvo and then Senator Ray Tenorio was doing. And I was afraid of what might happen to the island if former Governor Gutierrez won, because I saw what happened to our island. I saw my family go into that hardship in '99, just growing up in that kind of government when I was younger, and then having a renewed sense of hope for the island. The governor and the lieutenant governor has done a fantastic job at making sure that this island will sustain. This island is the city on the hill. This is where you want to be. I believe that anyone can achieve the Guamanian dream. It doesn't matter where you're from, your social standing, or beliefs. It just takes hard work and determination. I'm Choe, and I'm the Lieutenant Governor's Chief of Staff.